Hey there! Welcome to the Winx Forever podcast. I'm Lola, creator, host, and lifelong Winx fan. I'm taking a deep dive into the very cool universe of Winx Club. So whether you've been a Winx fan since 2004, like myself, or you vaguely remember it from your childhood, or even if you're being introduced to it for the first time, I want to say welcome. This is the Winx Forever podcast. Hello, fairy friends. Welcome back to the Winx Forever podcast. I am your host, Lola Valentine. As we continue our way through 20 years of magic, looking at the timeline of the Winx Club franchise, we find ourselves in the Netflix era this episode. Before we dive into this Netflix era that is actually pretty long, you will notice as the eras go on, as we get further, the years get longer, but also the content gets more sparse. But real quick, what I do want to address are a couple of things from last episode. So last episode, we talked about the Nickelodeon era, and a couple of things. So first of all, I feel like I was really, really harsh on the Nickelodeon era. And I don't know, I don't think that it was fair of me to have pointed out all of the negative about Nickelodeon and not looked at the positives of it as well. I think I let my own personal bias get in the way of some of that, so I apologize. But Nickelodeon did a lot of things for the franchise, namely bringing a lot of new fans into the fold of the community. I mean, if it wasn't for the Nickelodeon era, a lot of people, even some of my good friends, wouldn't be Winx fans today. And not only is that mind-blowing to me, but I'm very thankful for that. So whether you were introduced to Winx Club with the Nickelodeon era, or you were reintroduced to Winx Club with the Nickelodeon era, I see you, and I appreciate that era for doing that for you. So, yeah, they also gave us the Jax Pacific dolls. So, I mean, it wasn't all bad. They're not my favorite dolls, but I know a lot of people love them. So, there was some things. There were also a lot of like doll milestones that I didn't mention in the timeline. Like they released exclusive San Diego Comic-Con dolls during that era, and I didn't mention any of that. So yeah, I think that that's worth mentioning. And also just hand up, like, yes, I definitely let my own personal bias get in the way of looking at the full picture of the Nickelodeon era, and so for that I apologize. But moving on to the Netflix era. So the Netflix era spans from 2016 to about early 2020, and it will run up until the Winx Renaissance is what I'm calling the current era. But also we're kind of transitioning out of the Winx Renaissance as we are going more into the reboot era, which it gets kind of muddy. But so Netflix era, 2016 to early 2020, and it starts off late 2016 actually. We get the second worldwide Winx reunion, official Winx Club fan meeting hosted in Italy. The event promised a myriad of enchanting experiences, including performances under the stars, themed installations exploring the magical universe, and engaging creative workshops, all infused with a touch of magic. The backdrop of the host city embraced the role of a true Winx destination, immersing fairy fans from across the globe in a Winx-themed atmosphere that extended to hotels, bars, restaurants, menus, creating a truly magical experience. I think it's cool that Rainbow made it a point back-to-back years to host this kind of event for fans. And I think that it's something that we're going to see a lot more of in the coming years as well. If Rimini was any sort of sign that they are back into hosting events for fans, and all of the, honestly, all of the Comic Cons that they've been to across the world, it's a pretty exciting time. You're listening to the Winx Forever podcast. And then on November 4th of 2016, we get the first season of the second ever Winx Club spinoff series called World of Winx. It premiered on Netflix in the US, and it was co-produced with Netflix. It was a co-ownership of Strophe and Viacom, but it was co-produced with Netflix, and this was the first ever Winx property to be co-produced with Netflix. World of Winx is like totally Spies meets Winx Club meets Bratz randomly. It's this weird like Maj Podge of a lot of things, but it does use that fairy couture art style that we saw introduced in 2015. So it's stylistic, it's different, it's a different world, it's like its own like AU. Like, it feels like fan fiction. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people love World of Winx. A lot of people do, and I understand why. But I don't know. It was just, my personal bias aside, World of Winx is fine. It introduced a fresh narrative with more, quote, adult-oriented graphic styles compared to the original series, unquote. With 2 seasons, each with 13 episodes lasting 22 minutes. World of Winx follows the adventures of the 6 fairy friends as they embark on a challenging mission on Earth as undercover spies. Produced by Rainbow and a co-ownership venture between Strophe and Viacom, World of Winx found its platform on Netflix in various countries. Notably, Netflix did not play a role in the creative process as the production crew maintained control over scripts, characters, and plot lines. The series introduced the fairy couture art style into the animated series, not just on fashion lines as we saw in 2015, but it did deviate from the classic art style we see in Winx Club and also Pop Pixie. Like I said, the storyline of World of Winx revolves around the fairies traveling to Earth as scouts for a talent show called WOW. Their mission takes an unexpected turn as they uncover the sinister activities of the Talent Thief, a mysterious villain capturing gifted children. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that. It's just a very funny plot. To thwart his plans, the Winx go undercover, concealing their true identities to outsmart the Talent Thief, discover his secret headquarters, and protect Earth's children. This doesn't feel real. The series garnered positive ratings on both Netflix and Rigel, but this reflects the appeal to the diverse audience as it marked the first series based on the Winx Club franchise produced for Netflix and paved the way for the franchise's continued expansion, setting the stage for further adventures and adaptations, including the subsequent series, Fate the Winx Saga. The following year, on June 16th, 2017, we would get the second and unfortunately final season of World of Winx. The eagerly anticipated second season of World of Winx made its debut in 2017, captivating audiences in the US, dubbed by 3Beep. This season continued the enchanting journey of the Winx on their mission as undercover spy fairies, because that's a thing. Introducing the second transformation known as Onyx, Onirix. I've never been able to pronounce that right. Notably, Roxy did not make an appearance in this season, allowing the storyline to focus on the core Winx members. And a distinctive feature of this season was the introduction of a sequence for the Winx to apply their spy suits, reminiscent of the Winx comic series. Coincidentally, the season presented a unique occurrence where both the US and Italy premiered this season in the same month, adding the global excitement surrounding the release. Another significant aspect of the season was that there was an exclusive collaboration with 3Beep for the dubbing process, serving as the first and only season to be dubbed by 3Beep exclusively for World of Winx spin-off series. This partnership set the stage for 3Beep's involvement in handling season 8 of the main Winx Club series later on. If I had a nickel for every time Netflix canceled a Winx Club property, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is going to be the first time that Netflix cancels a Winx Club property on a massive cliffhanger. I mean, you would think that they would have learned. You think, when will you learn? That your actions have consequences. I'm sorry. I'll stop memeing, but okay. Yeah. You would think that after the first time, they're like, that was dumb. Won't do that again. And then, oh my gosh. Yeah. What the heck? This is always a fun one for me because I think that it's really cool as an American fan. So in America, we have this really popular game show called Jeopardy. And I have to explain it because I thought that it was like world famous, but there's a few of my international friends that didn't know what Jeopardy was. So Jeopardy is a really, really popular game show here in the United States. And for some reason, like if you are a Jeopardy or an answer to a Jeopardy question on this show, like you've made it, like in popularity in life, like you have like peaked in stardom if you are a Jeopardy answer. And so Winx Club in February of 2018 was mentioned on Jeopardy, and I think that is so iconic and cool. The delightful nod to the enchanting world of the animated television series made a special appearance in the 34th season of Jeopardy on episode 105. The moment occurred during the episode's segment themed Join the TV Club, and the category provided a platform for contestants to showcase their knowledge about various television series. The clue that brought Winx Club into the spotlight was framed as follows. Tinkerbell would feel right at home with Bloom, Flora, and Company in Winx Club, a group of these beings, ... and contestants had to respond with the corresponding question, and the correct answer was, what are fairies? This Jeopardy mention not only showcased the cultural impact that Winx Club has, but also added a touch of magic to the quiz show's diverse array of topics. So, like I said, it's pretty iconic that Winx Club was mentioned on Jeopardy. I think that it's really cool when I say that to like my American friends that don't know Winx Club, but they know I'm super into it. I'm like, did you know they were on Jeopardy? Like that weighs something. That means something, you know? So I don't know. I think it's cool and it's validating, you know? Winx Club marked its 15th anniversary on January 26, 2019 with a grand exhibition in Milan, Italy, titled 15 Years of Magics. This showcase was a collaboration between Rainbow, Wow Spazio Fumetto, the Museum of Comics, Illustrations, and Animated image in Milan and Ragazzi. The exhibition, opening to the public on January 26, 2019, captivated audiences until May 12th, as it provided a whimsical journey into the fantastical dimension of the legendary fairy team that has captivated hearts worldwide. The exhibition revealed various thematic areas tracing the evolution of the fairies from their inception in the Magic Bloom pilot to their current iconic status as an international phenomenon. Until this year, it was extremely rare to have the opportunity to behold any original sketches or character studies of the animated series, so visitors of this exhibition were treated to the opportunity to see those on display. And the exhibition chronicled the evolution of the Winx designs across seasons, showcasing the intricacies of their transformations through original costumes. Rare toy pieces, the first comic issue, and original drawings also adorned the exhibit, showcasing the multifaceted legacy of Winx Club. To further elevate the experience, Rainbow and Rai Ragazzi organized the Winx Celebration Day on January 28th. This special day featured marathons of episodes and Winx-themed content on Rai Gulp and Rai Yo-Yo channels, allowing fans to immerse themselves in the magical world of Winx for a joyous and memorable anniversary celebration. I remember this anniversary so well because it was the first time that we got like a specific look at the original Magic Bloom pilot, something that we had never seen before. And not to this capacity, at least. And of course, this year we got the art book and all of the behind the scenes videos that Eugenio and Rainbow and Winx Club shared with us earlier this year. So we got a lot this year in the 20th anniversary, which, I mean, I'm glad that we did. It's the 20th anniversary. I'm glad that they kind of went all out this year. And I mean, the year's not over. There's no telling what what all they have in store for the rest of December. Which brings us to May 28th, 2019, as Winx Club took center stage at the 2019 Milan Design Week in a dazzling fusion of design and magic with the visionary project Winx Lifestyle, Magic, and Design. This creative endeavor emerged as an enduring partnership between Rainbow and C-Lab, the creative industries lab for Polytechnic University of Milan's design department. Conceived as one of the celebratory initiatives of the 15th birthday of Winx Club, this project invited students to channel the distinctive essence of the six fairies into flesh living concepts, delving into the emotional realm of the Winx Club. 60 students from the Bachelor of Science and Industrial Product Design enthusiastically embraced the challenge, guided by professors as they translated their creative visions into proposals aligned with Rainbow and C-Lab's defined brief. The most exceptional proposals, curated by a select panel, materialized as immersive installations featuring unique furnishings, complements, and graphics. This is not the first time that Rainbow has done something like this to collaborate with young students. They are actually really involved with universities across Italy, and it's really cool to see them invest in the creatives in their home country. I think that it's really cool, especially to see like them elevate these students and give them real life experiences. Like these students didn't just create like, you know, a proposal and that was it. Like they got to work with these materials. They got to work with professionals to like bring their kind of proposals to life. And I think that's really cool. I don't know. Now, I know what you're thinking. Lola, why is season 8 in the Netflix era? Like, what what is happening? It wasn't co-produced by Netflix. Girl, I know. But it just, if it's right in between World of Winx and Fate the Winx Saga, and it was too short to like give it its own era. So I guess this could be like the sub era of season 8, But yeah, so in April of 2019, season 8 of Winx Club premiered on Raiyoyo in Italy. Raiyoyo is Rai's preschool channel in Italy, but we'll get into it. So after a multi-year hiatus, Winx Club returned on April 15th, 2019 with a premiere of its 8th season on Rai's preschool channel, Raiyoyo, marking a significant shift in the show's art direction and also target demographic. Like I said, we're gonna continue to see the effects of Miss Janice Burgess in this era as well. In this season, Rainbow's creative team embarked on a restyling endeavor, making the characters appear younger to enhance their appeal to preschoolers. So, like, not just like age them down a little, like a lot. Plotlines were also intentionally simplified to ensure understanding by the younger audience, and season 8 marked a departure from the familiar faces behind the scenes as well, including Winx Club's former art director Simone Borselli and also our beloved singer Elisa Roselli, who had contributed significantly to the series in previous years. Similarly, Nickelodeon's American team served only as consultants rather than direct overseers of the new season's production, a significant departure from their traditional collaboration seen in previous seasons. Season 8 also broke new ground by being the first ever season without a participation of Rai fiction, reflecting an evolution in the show's production dynamics. Eugenio Straffi made the deliberate decision to pivot the show's intended audience after years of gradual demographic targeting. Straffi acknowledged the shift in viewership dynamics, citing a decrease in older viewership and an increase in young children as pivotal factors. In a 2019 interview with Marsha Taswani, he explained the necessary change, emphasizing that the fans' perception of the new seasons as childish was a consequence of this shift. Straffi, stepping away from the series at this juncture, redirected his focus to live-action projects aimed at older audiences, notably Nickelodeon's Club 57 and also, you guessed it, Fate the Winx Saga. He highlighted that the elements toned down in Season 8 were accentuated in the live-action projects, promising to cater to the preferences of older viewers who still cherished the Winx legacy. The transformation in Season 8 signaled a new era of Winx Club, navigating uncharted territories to captivate a younger audience while paving the way for exciting new ventures in Straffi's expansive creative universe. Season 8, man, what do I say about Season 8? Even though Elisa was not involved in the musical aspect of Season 8, I really enjoyed the music for what it was. Preschool fodder, but you know. They twinkified the specialists. They brought back Valtor in the worst possible way. There was just a lot of things that were just sad about this. They brought back Riven and Musa's relationship. I don't know. There's just so many things that felt so weird. If you're gonna reboot Winx Club, which this should have been a reboot, or should have been a spin-off series, similar to World of Winx or Pop Pixie. Don't continue the same storylines. Don't continue with the same, we're just picking up where season 7 left off. It was jarring. It was confusing. I'm sure that the preschoolers watching this didn't mind because they're preschoolers. But also the fact that, this is what I don't understand. I think that Rainbow really lost his perspective. I think Eugenio really lost his perspective with Season 8 because up until now, Winx Club was for older kids, but kids nonetheless. And that's the thing that everyone that I talk to who is still a Winx Club fan today, really admire about Winx Club looking back at it. Like, he didn't shy away from harsh topics. He presented them in palatable ways for kids, sure, but season 8 is not that. Season 8 is awful. Season 8 is just not good. It's not good art, in my opinion. I mean, okay, well, it's not good storytelling. The art, actually, is really pretty. The backgrounds, oh my gosh, Althea, season 8 Althea kind of goes hard. It's really pretty, actually. So yeah, and the fact that they were in space, so much potential. So yeah, season 8, what were we doing? What were we doing, Eugenia? What were we doing, Rainbow? You're listening to the Winx Forever podcast. If you're enjoying this episode of the Winx Forever podcast, be sure to follow the show on your preferred streaming platform so that you're notified when new episodes are dropped. Hello, fairy friends, and happy 20 years of Winx Club. I'm Lola Valentine, and I am happy to say that the biggest Winx Club fan project to date is now available for free at magicalmemorieszine.com. It is 354 pages of pure nostalgic Winx fun, and I hope that you check it out. We had a blast making it. It took us over a year to plan it and gather fan stories from across the world, your stories from across the world of growing up with Winx Club over the past 20 years. And it's just been such an honor to get to create this love letter for the fandom. So thanks for being a Winx fan, and we hope that you enjoy the Magical Memories fanzine. Download it now for free on magicalmemorieszine.com. But that leads us perfectly into what we're going to talk about next. On July 31st, 2019, Rainbow and Netflix unveiled plans for a live-action adaptation of the beloved Winx Club series, tailored to a young adult audience. The forthcoming series, appropriately titled Fate the Winx Saga, signaled a bold new venture for the Winx universe. The adaptation was entrusted to Brian Young, renowned for his work on the popular YA series The Vampire Diaries. With the green light from Netflix, the live-action adaptation kicked off its production in September of 2019, and the lead role of Bloom was portrayed by Abigail Cohen, bringing the iconic character to life with a new, visually captivating format. While a significant departure from the animated series, Fate the Winx Saga promised a fresh take on the Winx Club narrative, catering to evolving tastes and preferences of a young adult audience. Adding a layer of intrigue to the adaptation was the involvement of writers who were entirely new to the Winx franchise. Hailing from the realm of teen dramas, these writers brought a contemporary and nuanced perspective to the Winx universe. In an interesting crossover of worlds, Nickelodeon's American crew members from the original cartoon, including Molly Quinn, who voiced Bloom in the US Nickelodeon English dub, collaborated with the Fate production team early in the production phase. Joanne Lee from Rainbow also took on the role of executive producer, ensuring a harmonious blend of the Winx legacy with the creative vision of the live-action adaptation. The announcement did stir anticipation from fans online, eager to witness the adaptation of Winx Club into a live-action series. Yeah, There's going to be a lot more. But we'll get there. But yeah, that was the announcement of Fate the Winx Saga. Oh. Which will lead us into 2020, which on August 19th of 2020, Rainbow celebrated its 25th anniversary at the Giovanni Film Festival. The festival, commemorating its own 50th anniversary, provided the perfect backdrop for Rainbow to showcase its journey since its inception in 1995. Oof, wait, does that mean that Rainbow's going to be 30 next year? I'm right there with you, Rainbow. That's crazy. A special Rainbow installation at the Cittadella del Cinema served as the reflective visual journey, allowing visitors to trace the pivotal milestones of the group. From the earliest cartoon drawings to the birth of the beloved Winx Club series, and the latest creations inspired by Genius Jaffe, the exhibit offered a nostalgic and immersive experience for attendees throughout the duration of the event. So that brings us to, yes, Fate the Winx Saga. This could also be another sub-era, if you will, the Fate the Winx Saga era. This will run from late 2020 to late 2022, and I bet you can guess what happened in late 2022. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So on December 10th, 2020, Winx Club and Netflix announced Fate the Winx Saga's release date with a teaser trailer. The trailer was strategically released on December 10th, coinciding with the canon birth date of main character Bloom in the Winx Club universe. Many fans took to social media to express their concerns for the upcoming live-action series based on their beloved fairies, as the teaser trailer was not as well received as Rainbow and Fate's teams might have hoped. In fact, Winx Club was trending on Twitter, which is now X.com for whoever likes to call it that, and fans from across the world began to re-engage with the franchise. Twitter received the most negative responses, causing the official Fate Netflix account to be removed by Netflix in an attempt to mitigate harsh criticism. Still, many fans harbored excitement to see Winx Club showcased in such a large global stage such as Netflix, and anticipated its arrival on January of 2021. Speaking of which, that's our next date. January 22nd, 2021, Fate the Winx Saga premiered on Netflix. The highly anticipated Netflix original series, Fate the Winx Saga, made its debut that January, marking a significant milestone in the history of the Winx Club franchise. Adapted from the beloved Italian magical girl cartoon Winx Club, which captivated audiences since its premiere in 2004, Fate the Winx Saga introduced a, quote, fresh and captivating, unquote, take on the enchanting storyline. On February 18th, 2021, Netflix officially announced the renewal of Fate the Winx Saga for a second season. The streaming giant not only confirmed the return of the entire cast, but also expressed their commitment to further explore the rich and magical universe that series has introduced. The announcement would reveal that production on Season 2 would begin later that year, with the lush backdrop of Ireland setting the stage for the continuation of the Winx Saga. You're listening to the Winx Forever Podcast. But wait, that's not all. On October 2nd, 2021, Winx Club probably had its first real collaboration in what felt like years. So in late September 2021, Winx Club announced a fashion line collaboration with the American clothing brand Dolls Kill. The collaboration officially launched in October of 2021 with pieces ranging from 25 euros to 125 euros, and the size ranges from extra extra small to extra extra large. Many fans were delighted by the items on the site, while others were shocked that Winx Club would collaborate with a company such as Dolls Kill, pointing to several controversial topics surrounding the LA-based brand and its founder, Shadi Lynn Bobby Farahi. I personally don't own anything from this collaboration. I was holding out for other things that would come later on in later eras, but I mean, this was a significant shift. This was a significant collaboration in the Winx Club timeline because it was the first time in literally years that they had done something like this. And so it was really cool to see as a Winx fan, honestly. I wish they had done it with a different clothing line other than Dolls Kill. A lot of nostalgic brands collaborate with Dolls Kill, and I get it, I guess. They're edgy, they're inclusive sizing, and they're also mildly affordable, but at the same time, they're just better brands to collaborate with. I mean, aside from the fact that they have a pretty extensive record of stealing designs from artists without credit or permission or whatever, their founder is just shady, and it's just, yeah, I would have liked to have seen them debut with a different clothing line. I mean, there was the Bershka top in 2021 that was interesting. I remember the Winx fan going feral over that Bershka top, but that single clothing item was also definitely more geared towards European fans, whereas this attempt, I think, was to bring back a lot of the American fans into the fold of Winx Club, especially after the release of Faith the Winx Saga. And we'll see a lot more US based collaborations crop up over the next couple of eras. Then on December 8th of 2021, we get the announcement of the official Winx Club shop. Yeah, can you believe it's been that long since Winx Club shop first made its debut? That's kind of crazy. The reveal promised fans a one-of-a-kind selection that included enchanting apparel, accessories, homeware, and more, all uniquely designed and crafted with a touch of magic in Italy. Barring the fact that they have stolen a couple of my designs personally, and also other artists' designs for a few of their drops. I mean, that's fine, I guess. However, many fans dreaming of owning items from the official shop were dashed. I forgot I wrote this. Were dashed when they witnessed the astronomical shipping details on the shop's website. Shipments were initially only available for selected EU countries. Additionally, special requirements were outlined for those in the US who wished to receive their Winx Club merchandise, citing only orders over 70 euros would be authenticated to ship to the US. And to this date, I believe that you still cannot get items shipped to Canada from the Winx Club website, which is very, very sad for our Canadian Winx friends. Since then, efforts to promote the shop have been made by Winx Club, including a heavy rotation of new items added to the shop's catalog, multiple social media posts scattering throughout the marketing plan of the official Winx Club platforms, and so on. Winx Club also launched an entire Winx Club Forever campaign in 2023, where many online influencers and Winx fans in North America were sent items from the shop to show off on their channels. I am happy to have been included in that as well. I mean, honestly, I don't think that I've ever bought, people have bought things for me from the shop, but I personally have never made a purchase from the Winx Club shop, because in 2023 I didn't have to, which was really nice. So thank you, Winx Club, for that. But please update your shipping policies, especially for our friends in Canada. Okay, thank you. Woof. All right. We've only got a few more. We've only got a few more here in the Netflix era. And it's sad the Netflix era is coming to a close because yeah, there was just a lot of fun things that happened, including in 2022, the We Are the Winx fan collaboration for the 18th anniversary. So in early 2022, fans were asked to share videos of them singing, dancing, or playing the original theme song Under the Sign of the Winx in order to create the, quote, biggest community video ever, unquote, to be released on the 18th anniversary of Winx Club on January 28th, 2022. Since then, the video submissions used for this collaboration have been used across multiple promotional spots, including events in Italian news coverage, conventions, etc. Then on July 27th, 2022, Winx Club held an exclusive screening of episodes from seasons 1 in a fully restored version at the Giovanni International Film Festival. The audience had a chance to relive the most iconic, unforgettable moments of the series and topped off the day with a special party titled 2004 Back to Alfia. In July, they announced the events with just a week's notice that they would air a remastered 4K version of the first couple of episodes of Winx Club Season 1, followed by a special Winx event for fans, making it almost impossible, if not rather difficult, for many fans to attend. Still, the fans who were fortunate enough to attend had a magical experience celebrating with each other under the sign of the Winx. I will say most of the controversy around this event was because Rainbow announced everything so late, and they'll continue to do this as we continue on through these next few eras, just announcing all of these things super late so that I don't know what it's right. It's hard to tell if it was intentional. But it was just super, super late, to announce, I mean, the New York Comic Con that we'll get to, and I mean, the Milan Games Week and Luca Games, there are so many events that they just announced so late. They're getting way better about it now. The fact that they even announced Rimini 6 months before Rimini happened was really nice. But I mean, they even announced Rimini honestly a year, they alluded to it a year before it happened. So yeah, the fact that they're getting better is telling. But man, I just remember this event and how pissed people were, because it was a free event. It was a free event, its fans could attend, and it looked really fun and cool from the people that did get to go. But yeah, I just remember that being drama in the fandom. And then September 16th, 2022, Fate the Winx Saga Season 2 premiered on Netflix in top 5 on Netflix across the world. So fans of Fate the Winx Saga rejoiced as the long-awaited Season 2 premiered on Netflix. The new season delivered more drama, romance, mystery, and a massive cliffhanger, leaving fans wanting more. Returning for Season 2 are the 5 fairies from the Winx Suite: Stella, Bloom, Tara, Musa, and Aisha, along with familiar faces like Bad Girl Beatrix and the charming guys Sky, Ribbon, and Dane. However, the seasons also debuted new additions to the casting, including Paulina Chavez as the fan favorite main Winx Club character, Flora. Gosh, I remember when Fate the Winx Saga Season 2 premiered. It was magical. I took off work for it. It was an event, a full event. And I just remember thinking, gosh, this is so good. They upped the ante. they learned from their mistakes in season 1, truly, and they delivered a really phenomenal season 2. Honestly, like, I have goosebumps thinking about it. Oh, I have chills. Currently on the Winx Forever podcast, my friend Dane, just Dane, and I are going through Winx Club, or are going through Fate the Winx Saga season 2 episode by episode, and actually the final episode of that deep dive comes out this Friday. So if you're listening to this on release day, it comes out Friday, but if you're listening to this later, I don't know, it's already out. You can go listen to it. So definitely check those out. We poured a lot of love into those episodes, and oh my gosh, would just really love if you would go check those out. It was so much fun getting to deep dive, 2 years later after this season premiered, with Dane on those. So yeah, definitely check those out. Even if you hated Fate the Winx Saga, or if it wasn't your cup of tea, whatever, like, I think that they're entertaining either way, because like the attention to detail that Dane has, and just like the knowledge that he holds, it's very satisfying. So yeah, I think that they're good listens if you've got nothing else going on. They're kind of long, but I'm not sorry about that either. So alas, we are at the final milestone in the Netflix era of Winx Club. November 1st, 2022. The news a lot of Winx fans and Fate fans were dreading came to light via Brian Young's Instagram account. This update came 1.5 months after the series' second season premiered on Netflix. Surprising, considering following its release, season 2 of Fate, the Winx Saga, remained in Netflix's global top 10 TV English list for 5 consecutive weeks and reached top 10 TV in 89 countries. Which is crazy. That's insane. What? Just 2 days after Fate showrunner Brian Young's announcement on Instagram, wouldn't you know it, Eugenio Straffi, the man himself, the creator of the Winx Club franchise, took to his Instagram to address the fans and the news. With this post, Eugenio shared more with Winx Club's loyal fan base in 3 slides that he had. Well, with this single post, I kid you not, Eugenio Straffi shared more with Winx Club's loyal fan base in just 3 slides than he had in the past 18 years, honestly. And it was very telling of how Rainbow felt about Fate and Eugenio's feelings towards its showrunner, Brian Young, and what might be in store for the future for Winx Club. That's all I'll say about it. It was really interesting how this was approached. I think Eugenio was really, really miffed at / with Brian for breaking the news first. I'm sure that Winx Club proper wanted to be the first entity to announce that Fate was canceled, but Brian did it first, and I think that probably left a sour taste in their mouths. Eugenio expressed to the fans, I'm so sorry, this should have been done, handled better, and not by someone who's only been with the franchise for a short amount of time. That jab in there towards Brian was very telling. Oh my god, the drama. But here's the thing. however Eugenio felt about Fate the Winx Saga, you cannot deny the impact that it made on this fandom and this community and this franchise. Like, Fate was the reason Winx Club was trending on Twitter. Like, that's insane. Like, I feel like there was just this whole new revival of interest in the Winx Club franchise because of Fate the Winx Saga. Whether you like Fate or not, like, it happened. Like, that is its impact. And I'm forever grateful for it. I really enjoyed the series, despite its flaws. But that could also be said about Winx Club. So as a Winx story, I think it's pretty solid, and I really enjoyed it. So R.I.P. Fate the Winx Saga, R.I.P. the Netflix era, because literally that just catapults us into what we would then experience as the Winx Club Renaissance. But that is for next time. Thank you so much for listening. Like I said, sorry for the harsh criticism on the Nickelodeon era last episode. But also, if you have things to share about any of these episodes, go send a message to my speakpipe.com. You can leave a 30-second to 1 minute voicemail, and you might be featured on the next episode of the Winx Forever podcast. I hope that you guys are enjoying these. I'm having a blast going through these. If I forget anything, I'm sorry. I'm only one person. If I forget anything, you can also tell me in the comments below or on speakpipe.com. I'm excited to get into the most recent years of the franchise and talk about that in depth. But until next time, I'm Lola Valentine, and this is the Winx Forever podcast. Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode of the Winx Forever podcast, be sure to follow on your preferred streaming platform so that you're notified when new episodes are released. The theme for the Winx Forever podcast is the song She Makes Magic by Big Wild.